What I'm going to go ahead and do with you is that puzzle piece match activity. This was given to you the week that I was out. So I'm going to go ahead and show you example problems from slide 7. And you notice you have transformation in graph. This one says f of x equals x squared minus 1. So what you want to do is you want to go to Desmos. And you can even type it the way it is there. F of x equals x squared minus 1. And if I were to compare it to the parent function, the parent function is the blue. You notice that it's going to go down 1 unit. So if we're going to look for it, it's this graph. And it says translation down 1 unit. So you're going to go ahead and move it until they connect. Okay. All right, number 2. You see that minus right there? That's going to do a reflection. And then the minus 2 is going to shift it 2 units to the right. So I'm going to go ahead and show you in Desmos. Once again, we're using that same parent function. We have g of x equals, I'm going to go back to that problem, negative parentheses x minus 2, and then we're going to go ahead and square it. And you notice that the blue is the parent function, the green is the new function. This negative is going to reflect it. So if I take it away, you notice that it's in the same direction as the parent function. Once I add the negative, it does a reflection. That minus 2 is going to shift it to the right. So therefore, we're going to look for reflection over x-axis, and then shift right 2 units. And we're looking for this graph here. Same one that we have, right? Okay, so now we're going to go to Desmos, and we're still using the same parent function. Now instead of a negative, it's 1/2. And you notice that something happened to it. And I want you to notice what happened to it. Then you have the plus 2. Plus 2. So the plus 2 is going to shift it to the left 2 units. The 1/2 is going to be a vertical compression. So it's a vertical compression, and then it's going to shift 2 units to the left. So let's go ahead and look at our puzzle. Let's look at our puzzle. So the other one that is a quadratic is C. You notice that it goes 2 units to the right. So now we've got to look for the correct transformation. 1/2, compression by 1/2, and then it translates, horizontal translation 2 units to the left. So it's a vertical compression. Vertical compression by a scale factor 1/2. In other words, compression means it's being squashed by a factor of 1/2, and then it's translated 2 units to the left. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do number 4, the absolute value of x minus 1. So we're going to go to Desmos. So our parent function is the absolute value of x. And now we're going to go ahead and graph the new function, absolute value of x minus 1. And we notice that that minus 1 is going to shift it 1 unit to the right. So let's go ahead and look at the graph. So here it is. It's 1 unit to the right. And so it's going to be O. Now the next one is f of x equals -2 times the absolute value of x. So I'm going to go ahead. We have -2, the absolute value of x. So you notice that it's a reflection, and it looks like it's a vertical stretch. So let's look at the puzzle piece. Vertical stretch of 2, and it's a reflection over the x. And then it's going to be this graph here, because that is a reflection over the x, and it is being stretched by a factor of 2. The last one, it's a reflection. It shifts 2 units to the left, and it shifts down. So this is the graph. By default, it's the last one. And so we have, it's a reflection across the x-axis, horizontal translation 2 units left, and then vertical translation 1 unit down. So I've done slide 7. It's your responsibility to do the next slide and submit it as soon as you can. Thank you.